Hey, it's Amanda J, coming to you Monday, last day of the financial year. Tomorrow is the 13th year anniversary of my brother dying. He died of cystic fibrosis at age 41. It's hard to get sad when you know someone your whole life who is expected to die, and they've been really sick and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a shame that they're dead, but you know that in death they've found release. So anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I have come up with a plan. I'm trying to do things for myself. I always have, but I'm really trying to push the envelope in the way that I can set challenges for myself. I do put a lot of challenges in my planners. This is this year's planner, obviously. And there's heaps of things that I regularly write, this week's total, and today I've done this, and 3 things that I've appreciate and am grateful for today. And I'm going to start doing 1 foreign word per day. The language, it doesn't have to be one particular language. It just has to be between German, Spanish, Italian, Chinese, and probably French as well. Chinese Mandarin, that is. And because they're the ones I also already know a bit of. And I guess Aboriginal and Indonesian as well, I know a little bit of as well, but definitely not enough to ask for a bubble tea over there. So I am setting this is my challenge, and this is why we're making this video. I'm going to talk for 20 minutes per day and upload that video. Try and do that every day. Sometimes it may be very late. It's 11 o'clock now, so we may not get this video out on the day that I do it. So we'll have 2 10-minute talks. I can break in the middle and reset my mind. And it's to encourage me to think more, and also to for my mental fitness. I saw this thing, and this has kind of made me feel like doing it, besides the motivation of seeing other channels and seeing how brilliant they are and thinking, oh, I'd love to, be a bit more active on YouTube. But I saw this thing that they were getting AI to talk to old people, and it was making the old people feel really alive and great. Well, they obviously are still alive, they're not dead. And so it got me to thinking, I already talk to AI sometimes about the fucking weirdest things, and it's fun. And I'm open-minded. So I've talked to a lot of fucking weirder people on Google Chat than AI. So yeah, the AI bots. So I prefer the manners of them to the Google Chat people. So yeah, doing this for mental health, confidence, getting things off my chest. I've noticed people are getting really sick of my rants, but when I do it on here, people are like, yeah, So no, I don't know if society's changing and I have to change with it, or we'll see. If I do 30 days, 20 minutes a day, 2 lots of 10 minutes, we'll see how we go. Probably the editing time is going to take me about 5 minutes, because I won't go through an editor. I'll just chop it so it looks good visually. But like, I won't take anything out of like what I say during the 2 lots of the 10 minutes. So join with me as I experience something different. I haven't seen it done on YouTube, but everything's been done on YouTube. Everything that's ever going to be invented is already invented in the world. And Björk's throwing it off a cliff. And so I hope you know what that means. If you don't, you're probably pretty young. So it says on my YouTube statistics that a lot of 35 to 44-year-olds watch my stuff, and a lot of people from America, and like, it's like, I like that, you know, that sort of group interests me. Yeah, I made my earrings. Do you like them? I've had them for years. They're little bells. I would like to sell more jewellery, but nobody buys it. The stuff that I make, I have to charge a lot for, because it takes me a lot of time. I don't work under slave conditions. Today, I didn't set my... Oh, I've got the timer on the camera. I had this here to do a timer. What a dunce. So today, after the gym, I went to Bunnings and I bought some catnip, some cat grass, some cat mint. We didn't... she's got cat grass, but we wanted to have some for outside. She hasn't had catnip or cat mint in a while. This is my cat, Miss Pookie. And I bought some Johnny Jump Ups and some pansies and some marjoram. And I do drying of herbs. And I want to make some Italian herbs. I've got all the other ingredients in the garden, and I needed some marjoram. But like, before even thinking of that, I just saw this beautiful seedling. I'll get it. I'll grab it. We'll press pause. Look at this. Isn't she a beauty? So like, I think this was only under $5. And like, for me, there's a lot of seedlings that you'll buy that you will not get enough plants out of for the amount of soil you have to use, and space, and water, things like that, fertilizer, or nutrient, whichever way you want to look at it. So like, they have pots of garlic that only have like 2 garlics in them. Now that's only going to grow 2 big bulbs of garlic, 2 big cloves of garlic. Not cloves, like the whole big thing. So like, for me, I want to grow like every year. I want to grow enough for the whole year. So like, that's, you do more than 2. So I don't want to buy like 10 pots of garlic, because that's going to cost me $50. And that's not worth it. Yeah, but if you don't know how to grow your own garlic from garlic, ask me and I'll show you. And the 10 minutes are nearly up. I'll give it bing, 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 bing. Here we go again. That was a song I made up. I don't know what song that is, but there probably is a song with that. It's probably a Taylor Swift song because she sings everything and the corny bits. So I was, first of all, I was going to say something. There's some country, it may be somewhere in the UK, I'm not sure. Might have been England or Scotland, I'm not sure. But they want to introduce like less privacy for people that get government benefits, and they said something else, but that's the one I took notice of. And you know, actually I saw it on Instagram, and that's frightening considering we already have a lack of privacy. But I personally am not really worried because they're trying to intervene in crime. And if you are worried about being busted as a criminal, go fuck yourself. I don't want you around. I'd prefer you were in jail. So if they're going to use it to do good things, I'd like to think that perhaps the government is thinking of our best benefit. So I got this book from a friend, and she did it. I don't think it has a date. You never know when she did it. She's crazy. She probably did it all in one day because she's such a hard worker. I want to read, it's got some quotes and it's an art journal. And she has like this kind of writing that's like a font. It's all so precise. She thinks it's really messy, but personally I think it's just because it's all the same, it looks like a font. I grew up doing a lot of lettering. I have always wanted my name everywhere. Just ask my year 8 teachers. So I've always been really interested in graphic design and that sort of thing. And I used to have, like, before they had graphic design on word processors, they had these books of all different fonts, and you copied out very carefully onto paper the font, and if you had to have it blown up, you had like these black and white photocopiers that if the kind of ink that they used in these photocopiers was like black powder, and it was so toxic when you were changing the cartridge, if any bit of it got out, it would just go everywhere. And man, it was really you'd have to, that's probably the first time I remember seeing those masks we all wore for COVID. So anyway, so we'll read the second quote on the third page. It's a page 3 girl quote. A pint of milk from the supermarket can contain milk from over 1,000 different cows. Now, I didn't make up the topic there. I just picked it randomly, and these are all random. She is a vegetarian, but I think she's pescatarian. I'm not really sure, man. Who keeps up with people's diets? but they're not all about looking at this particular page. They're not all about vegetarianism, and I already know because I've read through it the first like 10 pages or something when I first got it, but I totally forgot what this particular one was. But isn't that an interesting thing for, like, you know? And if one of those has pus coming out of their teats, that means it infects the milk. Just to let you know that. If I go to a cafe and I'm having like an iced chai, I tend not to ask for soy milk because it just like hassles them out usually, and they're like, oh, and which one do you want? And or like, do you want almond milk and this and it's just like, man, just make it easy for me. And like my mum knows to ask always for that, so anytime we're at a cafe, she'll always ask for that, even if I don't tell her, which I love. But it is a hassle having to remind the waitress. This is something I wanted to have a bitch about, and I even wrote it down. So isn't that funny that today I'm like, let's do a challenge for the next 30 days. And we may as well make it until, well, no, let's just go 30 days and fuck what it is on the calendar. The calendar's wrong anyway, we all know that. So the topic was turning up to a job that you are, where there is a specification of what you need to know how to do, and you turn up and you don't know how to do that. I think if you do that, you are a full-blown idiot. We have WikiHow, and we have Google, and we have YouTube. All of these things can put you in the right place for learning how to do things if you have to do them. And someone else asks you to do it for part of your job. If you're getting paid for it, maybe you should just switch your mind into the part of life where you can accept to do things for other people the way they want them, rather than the way you want to do things, and you get paid for it. So, like, remember who pays the bills. So don't turn up to my house and not know how to do something because I put out the job description. I'm pointing at you, NDIS. So, like, I hope you watch my NDIS complaint video. I hope you watch all my videos. There's been some comments. I've had 3 comments lately. I think that's... I've had 4 comments this year, man, and I'm stoked. That's the most I've ever had. And it made me want to do videos again. That's not why I did this challenge, but I want to do this video. I'm not going to tell you because then someone else will steal my idea. But, so, yeah. Anyway, tonight's really cold. Do you like my, my top? We've got a little bit of time left to... This is my nice warm top. I don't like to run the heater too much. I like to dress up warm. I've got lots and lots of winter clothes. I should move to a cooler climate. If you are in love with me and you live in a cooler climate, perhaps you should ring-a-ding-ding. That means you, Beyonce, because you know I'm a lesbian and you're the one I've always wanted. Bye for now.